All right, guys, we're going to try and do a quick Charlie Brooker portrait. Starting with the hair. Just getting the sort of general shape in here. That's not looking too bad. All right, so this is the line that's going to bring me the most trouble, I think. Again, with these bearded men. All right, so kind of trying to find the chin a bit. And the brows. That could have gone better. I want to stick with this pen, at least until I get the outside of the face sort of done, but it's rough with this beard texture. All right. The neckline should add some definition to the dimensions of this face. I didn't post a video yesterday, but I did briefly appear on a TV program, which should be on in September, hopefully. So I figure that counts as my posting for the day. I have been trying to get into the habit of posting every day, which I think will eventually, just help me try and find ways to get my name out there and get monetized and be able to create more art more often, which is, for most artists, one of the most difficult parts of just making a living at this thing, is figuring out how to make it financially possible. Don't have to make a great living. Most artists don't. There's a commonly held perception that when you're good at something, or when you have the ability to impress people, this is not the best nose. That's all right. He's got quite thin lips. And another one of these thin beard photos. I'm going to zigzag around this anyways, just to speed this up. I'd like to keep these a little bit shorter in the future. Can't imagine that this is super duper entertaining content, but also I really shouldn't be finishing this line. So typically you want to use lost and found lines, especially under the eye. Otherwise it looks a little uncanny, like like he's got these deep sort of bags, although he does have a bit of a deep bag here. Let's strengthen that. All right, let's see if we can get a little more definition in here. This one isn't going as well as I had maybe hoped, but no gigantic problems yet. Yeah, that's not too bad. And this zigzag will help with these sort of directional lines on the facial hair. At least I hope. Just one line portrait stuff here. Yeah, that's good. Some sort of look of indignation. I really like the annual wipe that he used to do. I think I'm an even bigger fan of that than Black Mirror, the most recent season of which was quite good. I enjoyed quite thoroughly most of those episodes. I wasn't a huge fan of the San Junipero 2 thing. I don't know. Issa Rae just has a style of comedy where it's like the deliberate awkwardness kind of irks me sometimes, but it was fine. It was certainly much better than any of the episodes of the previous season, which I thought was a real hedging of bets. I think Charlie somewhat rightfully saw that some of his more terrifying predictions were coming true and decided to pull his punches a bit. And while I understand the impulse, I didn't feel like it led to some, great entertainment, which, every creative, I think, has to have a little bit of, what do you call it? Just conscience involved, I guess, in the effects of the art that they create. But I certainly don't blame him for Trump or technological horrors or any of that stuff. I think that, sometimes things will happen, and having a little bit of um, Cassandra prophecy is the risk you run when you're doing speculative fiction that's a bit scary. Yeah, this is not bad, and I think I'm in at around 5 minutes. Let's see if we can. Yeah, this eyebrow comes down a bit more. He does have kind of like light redhead eyebrows. All right, let's get the tie in, collar the shirt, and I think we're just about done. Fill in the nostril a bit, and yeah, that's a nah. I don't think I quite got him. That's all right. Not the worst. I've done better. I will do better in the future, but that's quick. If I was doing this live, I certainly wouldn't be terribly disappointed with it. Let's make this a stronger line. Maybe too strong. Yeah, that's definitely too strong. I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. Looks better, I think, I hope. There we go. No, that's just messy. Well, all right, we'll go with that. Kind of add a bit. Yeah, I think. I think I can recognize him. Yeah. All right. There's your Charlie Booker, and in almost under 10 minutes. Yeah, that's my portrait for the day, and I'll probably try and post more soon. Thanks. Bye.